To the breakdown. Dylan Brown joins us now to break down his story. Dylan, right before the break, I was trying to say the stand your ground law. I combined it with make my day law. So
they've said that too. That's been a thing.
Yes, different variations of it. But we're glad you're here to explain it because this involves a deadly case.
Yeah, it does. A very serious one. We followed this, I think, May 1st, May 2nd. We were out there at the scene, talked to a neighbor there. And then this is a follow-up now that we're seeing the homeowner actually face manslaughter charges. It's pretty interesting.
All right, let's take a look.
This area here is where the crime scene happened.
May 1st, near Southwest 44th and Penn, Francis Guthrie's neighbor allegedly shooting and killing a man. The police report referred to it as an attempted burglary at the time. So, wouldn't that be a part of stand your ground laws? Guthrie at the time had questions.
I'm not questioning self-defense.
Yeah.
I'm questioning that we were scared in the act of self-defense.
Let me show you in this metro neighborhood, you'll see a lot of these no trespassing signs. In fact, the homeowner tells me people have tried to break in here multiple times. He's just told them to leave, not actually shot them. It was in this neighborhood, though, just over that fence, where the deadly shooting occurred.
The neighbor, Timothy Smith, now in jail, charged with felony manslaughter. Court records show Smith found two homeless people, a man and a woman, in his bedroom, Smith allegedly telling them to get out. The man, Justin King, stepped towards Smith, Smith shooting him in the neck, eventually killing him.
He could have left. He could have called the cops.
What might be key, Smith told police he didn't see any weapons.
Even if a guy doesn't have a weapon on him, does stand your ground law still work?
It can if you feel threatened or like your life is in danger.
Attorney Brendan Willoughby says cases rely on whether the force used is necessary to ward off harm.
Manslaughter, loosely defined, is just the taking of a life when it wasn't necessary. There's a presumption that if you're in your dwelling or a place that you're supposed to be, then you presumptively have the right to defend yourself or to stand your ground. So it's interesting how the state has charged it.
The police report says Smith told King as he was dying, quote, "It wouldn't have happened if you weren't here."
Eviction notices are cheaper than defense attorney fees.
If somebody pushes me, then I push them back. If they're coming at me with a knife, I take a stick and knock it out of their hands. I don't shoot them in the head.
All right, Dylan's joining us now with some questions. So, Dylan, what's next in his case?
Yeah, so next he has a preliminary hearing. It's just a typical next step in criminal cases. That's going to be June 18th right now. He's sitting in Oklahoma County Detention Center, $25,000 bond for this.
So what could the state argue here?
Yeah, so the state essentially could argue that, he came in the house with a gun, that there was intent almost there. That's what I was told by the attorney, intent to do this. And then the fact that he did not see, and he told police he didn't see a weapon anywhere near Justin or the King, essentially, that they could argue, there was no danger or no harm there. So I can see the state arguing that, but that's why the attorney said it's an interesting case that the state could have on their hands.
And I know you talked to the neighbor, and he had a lot more to say, including his thoughts on the homeowner and also why he thinks it wasn't self-defense at all.
Yeah, that was back on May 1st or 2nd when I talked to him. He said that homeowner, this is from him, the homeowner would let homeless kind of live in his backyard, stay out there. So the fact that he's coming back and getting angry that they're inside, and he did say that he didn't like it when they went inside, but they could live in the backyard kind of, which could be an addition that, police or the state could use to fight in this case, that he allowed them to live in the backyard, if that is the case, and that is not a danger when you're allowed to do it yourself. But the neighbor said that it was right away, he was saying this doesn't seem like self-defense to me. And so that's why I wanted to follow up. That's why this follow-up happened, to see what he thinks now that the charges have actually dropped and the homeowner went to jail.
Right. And so we did see all of the trash in the backyard. Yep. We saw the boarded up homes. So we do know, obviously, people are trying to keep squatters out. But at the same time, if he did let people sleep in his backyard, it's got to make them wonder, that, is there confusion on, can they go inside the vacant house? It was a vacant house, right?
Yeah. He owned it and it was staying vacant for now. And that's the thing the neighbors said. He knew homeless were around there or out there, allowed in there. So we'll have to see what happens, I guess. It's interesting.
We will see what happens. Dylan, thank you.
Thank you, Heather.
Your weather discussion is next.